Well, that was fun to watch. That coach of Texas, she has a really good little basketball team put together. A lot of talent. That Foreman girl, Sutton girl, Underwood girl. Just a lot of really fun young athletes to watch play basketball. And Coach Tidwell's team really put in a really good effort. They didn't have the same athletic size and ability and all the McDonald's All Americans and stuff, but they really put in a real game effort. It was fun to watch them. But reminds me of that commercial where they have about it's a woman, the going girl who looks all Alicia Keys with the soccer thing kicking in, I'm over it and all that stuff, and that we shouldn't have to have a commercial to tell you you're powerful. It's like you're not. No. Okay. Kevin Durant ain't powerful. Okay. LeBron James ain't powerful. Okay. None of y'all is powerful. You make money for corporations. It's not powerful. Okay. For thine is the power and the glory forever and ever. Amen. Okay. Let neither the University of Texas or the lady who carried the nuclear briefcase from Ronald Reagan or the guy who shot John Fitzgerald Kennedy from a book tower, a library tower. Understand what power is. Understand what glory is. Understand it all. I am humbly faithful and more powerful from my father's couch watching TV than all the people in sports, athletic, and entertainment in the history of the world from the beginning of television till interactive social media. Okay? I'm very serious. Okay? I am definitely serious. That little Foreman girl, they're singing the little fight song. They're cute. There's a little girl, and one little girl next to Miss McCarthy there. And they're cute, and they're all doing their little Hornstein and stuff. You have to do certain things when you join the church. You join the church. You signed up, you joined the church. Okay, this is Scientology. This is the Mormon Tabernacle Choir of Texas basketball. Okay. What was Dad's favorite song? Count your blessings, count them one by one. Count your blessings, count them every one. Do you understand what power is? Do you understand what glory is? Understand it all? Okay. I am the King of Israel. Okay. My name is Ralph Earl Parsons Jr. Okay. My mother was a Kramer, a German Jew who migrated away from the coming Holocaust to probably New York. They made their way across the country to a place called St. Louis, Missouri, where she met an Irishman named Philip Sheridan Murphy. They had a child. Her name was Mary Ann Murphy. She migrated to Texas, then migrated to a place called New Mexico. In a gas station in Grants, she met a man named Ralph Earl Parsons. They got together, they made children. There were cold nights in a place called Flagstaff, Arizona, where Mom and Dad tried to put everything back together and get my dad to be a forest ranger, but they couldn't afford the out-of-state tuition. And because of cold October nights in Flagstaff, Arizona, they had a mistake, an accident. They conceived a boy. He was born, I guess, 9, 10 months later, July 19th, 1966, in a city called Las Cruces, New Mexico. They were staying with my grandmother in the town of El Paso, Texas. My mom had trouble and issues with Texas with all the racism that she encountered in high school. She didn't want her kid to be born in Texas. She wanted him to be born in New Mexico. So she made my dad put her in the Ford pickup truck and drive from White Road to just off Alameda up there, right on the old City County Records building that used to be the hospital, right underneath the tower of the Wells Fargo Bank Tower, the highest building in town. That's where I was born. My dad parked the truck and went out to the parking lot. And he came back in. He said he found his wife because she was distinguished by her cries. Everybody else delivering children that night in that hospital was a Spanish speaker. And in Spanish, the women don't say oh, they say I. Okay? So all the women were saying I, My dad just followed the O, O, O. And that's what happens. There's some kind of verse in a lot of the things in the understanding of the book of Revelation that says that the one that is like John and Jesus and looks like him, that helps bring the tie down of the apocalypse, she looks a lot like my Natalie, Brooke McCarthy. She's a cutie pie. She's making me little brown eyes like my Natalie and stuff. It's making me cry. And she's got little moles. I hope she doesn't feel the same way about her moles that Amy did. Amy always was superficial about her moles. And I thought her moles were beautiful. And they were distinguishing, and they were characteristics unique to my little Amy, who, she does look a little bit like Amy. She does, yeah, when Amy was younger and stuff. She's a pretty girl. And I loved the moles, and I was always, I was like, I get like the OJs, let me kiss your moles and let me wipe the tears away. I loved her moles. She had a big mole on her hip that some of the guys that used to have sex with her kind of looked out on in Sheridan. I could feel it, and it made me mad because I was like, why are you sharing your body that I think every interview is beautiful with some superficial boomerang Eddie Murphy character who sits there and looks at the girl's feet and gets all, it's like, I hate that shit. When you fall in love with a woman, I fell in love with Amy because she told me she loved Natalie as much as I love Patrick. So I fell in love with her because she said she loved her children as much as I love mine. And then I fell in love with that crazy little Bill the cat baby that seemed possessed, because I knew, I kept getting little voices, no one's going to father and love this kid and have the patience that you do with her. You're a unique father, Earl. Jesus kept telling me that. I was like, but Jesus, I'm going to lose Patrick, I'm going to lose all this. No, you're not. Okay? They can take your children away. They can have sex with your wife. They can take your ability to make money away. You can reject their false education and false values, but they can't take your beauty away, your faith away, and your courage away. Okay? You will be abused by them, but you will restore the true manhood in all of them, which will stir the virtue of all their wives and their daughters. Okay? She's a good little basketball player. She's a nifty little passer, man. She's really unselfish, and she really looks for her teammates. Oh, that's a gorgeous pass. Yeah, she's fun to watch. I enjoy watching her play basketball. Maybe we'll be able to watch her later in the WNBA, the league where the women play past college. That would be fun. It reminds me kind of that Skylar Diggins girl. They look alike, kind of, I guess. Game's a little different. Skylar's more of a shooter than a passer, but that girl's got a nice shot. She's a good little ball player. She's fun to watch play basketball. Miss Goff had a little bit harder time because that Pullman kid is very athletic, and she was having trouble getting shots off on her. The little girl was good. She's really good. She had her moments, but it was hard because they have so many good athletes at Texas to throw at her. New Mexico State did, but she just found a way. We don't have as many good athletes as Texas. I ain't gonna lie. This team is really talented. That one Sutton girl is considered one of the top point guard recruits, prospects in the whole country. She reminded me of Gia Pack. Yeah, they have a similar kind of game. Gia Pack is a good little ball player. I think New Mexico State's people are going to enjoy watching her play basketball like they did Miss Sasha Weber and a lot of the other girls we've enjoyed that Mark brought to campus for us to enjoy watching these ladies play basketball. But you're not powerful, okay? Christ's deed is powerful, okay? I'm the most, like I told John Flora during the labor disputes in Sierra Vista, Arizona, I said, I'm the most powerful man in the entire world. I am the message of grace and faith and grace, that we are all graced by the same love of the same God. You cannot be more powerful than me, but if you can be humble enough to live like me, you can be as powerful. Okay? That's what power is. Okay? And I am the most powerful. There's Corey Redding. I remember him. Yeah, he was a good ball player. But y'all can't claim to have any power at all. You don't have any power at all. I'm humble and faithful, and I'm the most powerful man in the world, and I possess no power except for my faith in God. All right? You can possess the same power as me, same humble wisdom as me. Just takes a moment of reality. Okay? How's that work, Brock? Does that message Mele Kalikimaka with you? Yeah, I hope so.